Hello adventurers, we're here to talk about the story aspect of Overfall. First off, let's take a look at the events that have occurred prior to our interaction with the world. After defeating the Orcs and forcing the world into a new age of conflict, the mighty Everking has returned to his citadel and summoned two heroes to give them a sacred quest. He ordered them to enter a portal, steal the Disc of Ages from an alien realm and deliver it back to him, and they obeyed without knowing that they'd bring destruction with them. This is where you take control of their fate. You emerge from the portal where you're greeted by an old mage who explains that it's been 3 centuries since the heroes entered the portal, and that the citadel has long been vanished. The mage explains that you need to gain access to 2 different beacons in order to reveal the citadel before the Vaughn do, which can only be achieved by gaining the trust of the races. You board your ship and set sail in hopes to accomplish your quest and interact with the races. Since you're not reputable with anyone at the start, none of the races are willing to share any information, let alone allowing you access into their homelands. Around the portal you'll encounter members of all races, living on or voyaging through the islands, and be able to gain reputation with them. Exploring the islands, you'll encounter numerous unique stories, such as a human being raided by an orcish gang, a peasant in search of his daughter lost in a blizzard, or a bard who was thrown out of his hometown by people who think his songs are profane. So, besides being a narrative experience, almost every story also poses a different challenge for you to overcome. The thought bubbles project your character's reactions to different situations and constitute the options for you to select from. Different traits of your characters, their current surroundings, and a number of other factors make it possible to have a different experience on every playthrough and encounter choices exclusive to certain characters, companions, and situations. Let's see this in action. My party, currently consisting of a guardian and a monk, encounters 2 elves asking for help in their search for an alleged artifact nearby. On another playthrough, however, I might encounter the same story in an entirely different context, which perhaps involves the previous elves this time asking for help to find their missing partner, or one of the elves being attacked by the undead. So, what happens if I encounter a situation with different characters? My party encounters a pirate surrounded with corpses, who tells you he doesn't remember anything, while Cleric thinks of ways to solve the problem with spirituality or diplomacy. The wizard chooses a more logical approach. Or in another case, my fighter, scion, or ranger can think of other unique ways to proceed. Once you've gained enough reputation and become friendly with a particular race, you'll be sent a messenger ship that invites you into their homeland. With your newly granted access, you'll have a whole new set of quests and stories to encounter within their territory. As you further increase your reputation and prove yourself a formidable ally, you'll become honored with the race, and eventually be offered by their leader to fight the war on their side. The end of this process is when you activate your first beacon. After a period of fighting for their cause, you'll be assigned by the leader as a key component of the planned assault into the enemy territory, where you'll seek to activate the enemy beacon. The sound of war horns will herald the end as you conquer the enemy homeland, secure the second beacon, and ultimately reveal your lost king. Our desire to allow for an involved community led us into creating the Story Builder, which is an immersive tool that will help aspiring writers to write and design their own stories and share them with the world. You'll have access to no less than the entirety of the tools and assets that our writers utilized in the making of Overfall. We always dreamt of making a game where its creative community could deliver endless content to constantly make it bigger and better. And the best part is that you'll be able to write these stories by using our story style guide written by Chris Avalon. He will be helping you as Chef Chris along the way with his delicious recipes on how to write the perfect story. So get ready, join the adventure and share your tales with the world.